Good morning, students of class 6. It's a new chapter for you. Lesson 2, the flower. The flower, as you know, is a very colorful, attractive part of the plant. It is so because it has to do the important function of reproduction. And since the plant cannot move from one place to another, the flower has to be attractive, colorful, sweetly scented in order to attract insects, birds, animals to itself. Flower as such is a modified shoot. It develops from a floral bud. Topic which we are going to study is structure of flower or parts of a flower. Flower has 4 different parts which are arranged one inside the other. These are called as 4 whorls. WHORLS. The first whorl is the calyx, second is corolla, third is androecium, and the fourth is gynoecium. Now all these 4 whorls are as such divided into 2 parts. The first 2 parts are called as accessory whorls. Like as you wear earrings, bangles, belt, tie, all these are accessories which complement with the main dress. The same way, flower also has 2 accessory whorls, calyx, corolla, as they are not directly involved in the process of reproduction but help in this process. The other 2 whorls, androecium and gynoecium, are the essential whorls. They are directly involved in doing reproduction. Now we will study one by one the various whorls of the flower. The first whorl, calyx, is made up of sepals. It is made up of sepals which are green, mostly green in color, but in few flowers they can be of different colors also, as in gulmohar. The stalk of the flower is called as pedicel. Remember that? The stalk of the leaf is petiole. The stalk of the flower is pedicel. On the pedicel is a platform-like structure in which these 4 whorls are attached. That platform is called as thalamus. On the thalamus is the first whorl, calyx, sepals. It helps to protect the flower in the bud stage and may carry out photosynthesis for the floral bud. Then the second whorl, corolla, is made up of petals. It's beautiful, most attractive part of the flower. And it has big, showy, large petals, corolla. As you can see here, I have a flower for you. This is the hibiscus flower. You can see the pedicel. The first whorl, calyx. The second whorl, the petals or corolla. You can see brightly attractive. Then the innermost whorls are androecium and inside it is gynoecium. Androecium is also called as stamen. It is the male part of the flower. This here is androecium. You can see yellow structures over here. These are androecium stamen. It is made up of 2 parts, anther and filament. When an stamen has been cut off lengthwise, it shows inside pollen sacs. Pollen sacs, the bag containing male gametes, pollen grains, inside which is found the male gamete, the male reproductive cell. Then the last innermost whorl is the gynoecium, the female part of the flower. It is made up of pistil. What is it made up of? Pistil, also called as carpel. It has a stigma, a sticky knob-like broad stigma, style, ovary and ovule lying on the thalamus. So the ovules have the female gamete or the female reproductive cell. Stigma is the place where pollen grains land, brought by insects, birds. Style is the tube through which pollen grain is sent into the ovary through a long tube-like structure called as pollen tube, and the male gamete meets the female gamete in the ovule to bring out formation of seeds and fruits. So this whole is the structure of a flower. You can see an ovary I have cut open. Inside the ovary lies ovule attached to the axis of the ovary through a placenta. Here I have cut open a hibiscus flower, the shoe flower, Hindi, Gudhal, for you with all the 4 whorls. The first whorl calyx, sepals, green color. The second whorl corolla, you can see bright red colored petals up here. The third whorl androecium, you can see the yellow colored stamens up here. These are yellow colored pollen grains on the top with anther, and the reddish dainty colored thin stems below are the filament. So this is androecium, the stamen. Here all the stamens join together to form a staminal tube. Gynoecium, also called as pistil or carpel. You can see the pedicel, the thalamus up, and then there is the ovary with creamish colored ovules inside. Then a long, thin, tube-like style, and on top of the style you can see with reddish knob-like structures the stigma. We have another topic, types of flowers. Types of flowers are based on 2 categories. First, on reproductive parts, whether androecium, gynoecium, that is stamen and pistil, both are there. Then such a flower is a bisexual flower. I have here a hibiscus flower. This has both male and female parts, which you studied under structure of flower. Unisexual flowers are those flowers which have either male part, that is stamen or androecium, or female part, that is carpel or pistil. So I have here a bottle gourd flower. This is a unisexual flower. It only has stamens in it. This is a staminate flower. It only has stamens in it. There is no carpel inside it. You can see it. There is no carpel inside it. It's only stamens in it. Another example is papaya, papita in Hindi. Unisexual flowers are of 2 types, dioecious and monoecious. When both male and female flowers are in the same plant, then it is monoecious, as in maize. But if male flowers and female flowers are in different plants, there is a plant having male flowers and a plant having female flowers. Such plants are called as dioecious, like a papaya plant. Okay, papaya plant has a tree which bears male flowers and another tree which bears female flowers. Then based on floral whorls, there are 4 whorls we learnt last time. If all the 4 whorls are there in a flower, that's a complete flower, and we already have seen a complete flower, the hibiscus. But if any of the whorls is missing in a flower, Then such a flower is called incomplete flower, like the papaya, the bottle gourd flower. Then complete flowers may be solitary, as I had hibiscus plant flower, which is solitary, one flower from one bud. Okay, but if the bud turns into a group of flowers, then it is called an inflorescence. I have an inflorescence over here. You can see the bud has given rise to many flowers arising from one pedicel. So this is an inflorescence. Then we have to know the functions of a flower. The functions of a flower, one function I have already told you, is reproduction. The flower carries out reproduction, which is the most important function of the flower. Then the flower has, you can see they are brightly colored, beautifully scented. So they have ornamental value also. They are grown in gardens, even in fields as a crop, and then they are sold in the markets. They have religious significance, especially sweetly scented flowers are offered in temples, in mosques to worship gods and goddesses. Then the flowers are a source of food also, especially for insects, birds, which feed on the juice inside the flower called as nectar, or eat the pollen grains. So flowers may have at the most 4 functions: reproduction, ornamental value, religious significance, and they are a source of food.
Flower. Condensed shoot useful for reproduction in angiosperms is called flower. Parts of a typical flower: thalamus or torus, the apical part of the pedicel. It contains nodes and condensed internodes. From the nodes, modified leaves called floral leaves are developed. These floral leaves are arranged in the form of whorls at the nodes. Floral leaves. In a typical flower, 4 sets of floral leaves are present. They are 1. Calyx, 2. Corolla, 3. Androecium, and 4. Gynoecium or pistil. Perianth. Calyx and corolla together called as perianth. The first whorl calyx and second whorl corolla, perianth, are non-essential organs of the flower. Androecium and gynoecium are essential organs of the flower. They involve in reproduction. Pedicel, stalk of the flower. Pedicellate, flowers with pedicel. Sessile, flowers without pedicel. Complete flower, flower with all 4 floral parts. Incomplete flower, flower in which any one of the part is absent. Sexuality of the flower. Bisexual flower, flower with both androecium and gynoecium. Unisexual flower, flower with either androecium or gynoecium. Male flower or staminate flower, unisexual flower with androecium. Female flower or pistillate flower, unisexual flower with gynoecium.
That's all for today. Thank you.